Blizzard 2020 main question, because that's kind of like main question. Are you going to solo player experience in the Diablo 4? Hello everybody, welcome back, it's Friendly Grinder here with some more Diablo action. But before we start, please remember to subscribe to the channel, also don't hesitate to drop some useful comments with your thoughts about builds or maybe some new ideas.
Hit that shit.
Drop it.
Hello guys, one more time. So today another Diablo video. Today I'm just going to dwell about the solo player experience. Before I started, I just want to say this is like the most important video for me, and this video will be always the most important video for me. So I'm just gonna pin that video to the channel and just gonna stay there forever. I think like just for the new players, or this video will be pinned for subscribers or for the new players. So with that being said, I'm just gonna say about the solo player experience. I'm just gonna touch also the rank system. So I'm just gonna talk about the Greater Rift, as you can see right now on 138, which I have done by myself. You might right now like asking yourself like, what? Like everybody done by yourself. So I'm just gonna tell a few words about that. It's like I think like just one from the people on the all rank system. Like I'm actually like a solo player. Because it's huge difference to hit 150 and to do this by solo. So I'm just gonna go back in a minute to that. Also, I will say like brilliant idea. I think it's like amazing idea. I had like several thoughts and then just suddenly enlightened me to just do one change. Before I will say everything about this. I'm not trying to be salty, so don't, understand me in any bad way. I think like I have to explain firstly, like I'm totally solo Diablo player, like I'm doing everything within the game just by myself. And I always had the same feeling playing Diablo 1, Diablo 2 and progress to Diablo 3. And the purpose of this video is basically to explain to the Blizzard developers, which I don't think so anybody in the Blizzard industry will see that video because I'm too small. But maybe you like my thoughts, guys, and everybody who will hear what I'm saying right now and will agree with me, just please like the video and also put the comment below. Like honestly, if you haven't liked any other videos, I don't mind. If you didn't comment any other videos, I don't mind. But simply, if you agree what I'm going to say in a minute, just please put the comment like, yeah, I agree with you, or something like, just, I don't know, whatever. Just be strict with the subject and just like the video, because I think that might be like really helpful to the every single person playing Diablo in the future. Because as we know already, in Diablo 4, there will be the rifts, right? If the rifts are designed in the same way like the rank system right now, that means it's designed badly, and I'm just gonna tell you why in a minute. Lots of people don't even probably will be bothered to buy Diablo 4 or to play Diablo 4, and I just feel like I wanna change that. I mean, I know I can't do anything about this, or maybe I can, I don't know. Yeah, I know, it's like the video is like kind of drama here. But I hope you guys will enjoy what I try to say. So just gonna crack on with the character. So I have like 3000 Paragon, it's great. What I meant by playing solo only, I mean, we got the gems here, so I'm just gonna even take out the gems. Much better to, talk about this, because we are not focusing about the gear, just focusing about the gems. So now we can see everything really nice and easy. So as you can see, I have one gem 140, 142 and 144. My highest Greater Rift at the moment is 138, which my goal in this season is to do 140 solo. So I'm not gonna dwell about how high I will go. First thing first, 3000 Paragon. So in order to hit 3000 Paragon, guys, it's like crazy. It's like crazy from solo player perspective. We're talking me playing season 19, just 612 hours. 612, what's that? It's like nothing, right? It's like, oh boy. So, after spending that amount of time, I wish, it's like really to the Blizzard developers, it's like I wish to playing as a solo player to do 150 with ease. Like I'm just gonna do like 150 in 10 minutes. Because I spent that time, I was, grinding, and I wanna do that. Like this guy here, like 8 minutes, 150, boom. And this is not, like I said, it's not like Crimea River post, like oh my god, I can't do that, because I'm just gonna tell you the pros and cons of that badly designed actually solo player experience. So what I like it about that? I like it from playing solo. It's really hard, because if there wasn't hard in the first place, I wasn't be playing. Because if I will hit, you know, 3000 paragon within the 3 weeks of the gameplay like the group people do, I won't be really keen to try to get to that point where I will have my gems like really high. So for me it's great, but for me the most important, the majority of the people playing are casual players and solo players. So you have to, you know, try to develop the game in the way like solo player experience will be the great experience possible. And right now it's like, you know, F word possible. We are not really, you know, keen. Like, if you honestly guys, don't get me wrong, but if I will be the casual players on the Diablo 3, I won't be touched this game, like maybe one season, and then I will just left, because it's like you're not going to achieve anything, like literally anything. Okay, so now we're getting to the point, like I'm happy because it's hard, so I'm struggling, that's why, that's my enjoyment. I know that sounds awkwardly, but I just like it. But what I don't like it is, and like I said before, I'm not trying to compete with anybody, because I'm just competing with myself, because I'm the solo player. And also, with that being said, how can I possibly compete with the people who are not playing solo in the first place? Because you have to understand that this is also for the Blizzard, you know, developers. I don't know they know that, but nobody on the rank system, like totally nobody, maybe, I don't know, some people on the like end of the rank, but not necessarily, because I was trying to check like everybody from 150 to 140 on the ladder, 150 to 140, and if you don't believe me, just go and just screenshot me and Reddit that the person who is playing solo, because nobody playing solo on the rank. And like, you might be asking like, well, like, what do you mean? What I mean by that, everybody here, and even with 2000 paragons, they will have 150 gems each. So like, okay, that's great. I don't mind. Honestly, the purpose of this video is like, I don't mind. I'm happy about the hit 150. Guys, it's great. But don't put me in the same basket, you know, just don't put me with those people who are not playing solo in the first place. I don't wanna, you know, like I said, I'm not competing because you are not able to compete. I just have the brilliant idea, just simple change, just do the patch for that, and like would be totally different experience. Everybody will be happy. Like, probably everybody will be playing Diablo if you just apply one change. I'm just gonna tell you what I mean. Just basically, when you just gonna leave the game, when you create new character, guys, you're just gonna do like a create character, new, yeah, blah 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 blah, and then obviously it's hardcore hero, seasonal hero, and then should be like seasonal hero, single player, solo player experience here. And then you might ask me like, okay, but you can play solo, right? No, you are not able to play solo. That's what I tried to say, and I'm just gonna explain you why, what I meant by that. You're not playing solo because you on the ladder put it with the people who are not playing solo in the first place. They're not playing solo. 3 weeks after, they have 3000 paragon, they have 150 augments on each part of the gear, which is crazy. So as you can see on my gear, I managed to do by myself almost 130 everywhere, which is, I think, is crazy as well, because I'm doing solo everything. The point is, they have after 3rd week of the gameplay everything, and also the gems are 150. And as you know, the gems are giving you the percentage value of the damage. So the percentage value, obviously, from your main stat, it's much more better than on my gems right now. I know it's probably, you might think it's like not big deal, right? Because it's 140, 142, 144, but it is big deal because they have that and I don't have it. So for me it's like really huge deal. Even if the percentage value is not crazy, it's not really like big deal. It's big deal because they haven't achieved that as playing solo. So you're choosing from the beginning of the season, you wanna dedicate yourself, so you dedicate yourself to be a solo player, and then you are competing on the solo player barbarian list, or you choosing to create the character to playing within the group, and then you will be on the ladder within the group. Because for me, like I said, so I don't try to be salty or anything. I'm happy with those guys here, but also I'm not wowed by, like, I'm not really like, for me it's like nothing. Okay, you hit 150 and then what? It's like, if I will have the same paragon and the same gear, I will hit that as well. But obviously I'm not gonna do the 5000 because I'm not able to. So that's my point. It's like I'm not able to do 5000 paragon, guys. 4000, almost 5000 again. 4, almost 5000. It's like those numbers. This is like, this ladder is so crazy, and then we have some guys similar to me, but it's not similar in any way, because when we're gonna see the gems, obviously he's playing within the clan, and so he have every gem 150, so boom, 150, 150, boom, 121. But the stricken is not that much important, so it's still 150. He didn't level up those gems by himself, So why somebody, and also this is like a really good way to check the ladder if you want to actually check if somebody playing solo. And also this is a really good way to check if somebody using the bots, because I've seen some familiar names from YouTube, they're using the bots. You can just check the hours, so if somebody have like, you know, strange amount of hours obviously running the bots, but that's not the point of the video. The point of the video is like why I'm put it in the same basket, like I said, so with the people who are not playing solo in the first place. So, one more time, I'm not trying to be salty, I'm not trying to be rude or anything. This is just my experience, and every solo player experience, you are not able to be on the top just simply because they're not playing solo. So one more time, if that video will see somebody from the Blizzard developers, because that's the idea. Honestly, I don't think so anybody will see that, but well, I wish you guys to put the comment. Even if you disagree with my opinion, just still put the comment, make some conversation, because that's like just really important. This video is so important for me, because when I realized we are going to do greater rifts in the Diablo 4, so I don't wish the Diablo 4 to have like badly designed the solo player experience, because I will be like, I don't know, I'll be just crying, you know. I mean, just a bit drama. It's like I will buy the game and then I will be like, what? Why? You didn't change that? Oh, right. You have no idea. Okay, cool, great. And we are again with the ladder, you know, greater rift system, and I'm not playing with the solo people. So like, I'll be like crazy. I just gonna, you know, suicide myself. No, just kidding, guys. But just saying how I possibly be able to level up those gems. So I just made the guide. If you wanna take a look on that, this is on the channel. So how to level up the gems on 1% chance. So basically, if you try to level up the 140, you have to go 16 levels below, which will be 124. You're doing 124 and then you're adding the 16, so it's 140, and then you can level up 140. If you wish to level up on 141, you're obviously going a level higher. 25 greater rifts, you will be able to level up on 1% chance, which I probably because I still have like 2 weeks, I still probably will level up some gems, maybe all of them to 145, and then try to push accordingly. So this is like the most important part, because we as a solo players, we are not able to get those gems, you know, to the perfect spot, which is 150, and it's bad. It just simply, I don't really feel like, obviously you're setting up your own goals as a solo player, but I wish to be in the rank here. Like I wish to compete with the solo player, with the solo people here. Why not? I'm not saying like I wanna be the best or anything, but I just wish to be in the ladder, like compete with the, you know, with the proper solo players. That's why nobody trying to compete, because when you see something like that, you know, like what that's supposed to mean, like what, 4,000, like 5,000, 9 minutes, what, speed farming 150, or like you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, one more time, I'm happy for those guys who hit 150. Don't get me wrong, if somebody, you know, from the group people, pro gamers, we're gonna see that video, because the idea of this video is basically to show the Blizzard developers the game design is really bad for the solo player experience. So if you wish to, you know, do that properly, just honestly starting from Diablo 3 from next season, even season 20, because that will be changed. That be that huge difference. That'd be like totally huge difference. Separate the ladder just from the group players. So I'm just gonna say like the purpose of the apply that change, so you can choose between playing solo or playing purely with the team. So then you will separate the rank, so you will separate the ladder board totally. Like when you hit the solo player experience, so in this example solo barbarian, you're gonna hit that and you will see just people who are dedicated to playing solo, and that's it, end of story. And then when you hit obviously the 2 player, 3 player, 4 players, you will see the people who hit, you know, 150 within the group. And that's great, and that's supposed to be done in the first place. Like, you're not playing solo, so just, you know, you're not in the ladder, so you're not in the solo, you know, rank system with the solo people, the solo players, because how it's possible, why should they? I mean, like, you're not playing solo. Any day of your gameplay wasn't solo. After three weeks you have everything, and then you're on the solo leaderboards. Like, how come? How those people are in the solo leaderboards? Like, they're not playing solo at all. The only thing solo about this is like the name of this leader, which should be redesigned in the first place, because it's like they're not playing solo. I guess you're getting the point. I'm not gonna, you know, say that one more time. They're not playing solo. Yeah, that's like everything what I wanna say. Like, just Blizzard developers, if somebody going to listen to that video, honestly guys, you even mention something like you wanna change something for solo players experience, yeah, so just do this, because if you're not, the Diablo 4 will be like F word. Diablo 4 will be like everybody are going to buy because of the hype of the title and the, you know, everybody know the company, and that was like with the Diablo 2, exactly with the Diablo 3, because everybody been hyped. Also, I don't try to be, you know, rude or anything. With the Diablo 3 is a great game, don't get me wrong. With Diablo 3, just remain the title. The game itself is not Diablo, it's just, like I said, it's a great game, don't get me wrong, it's fun to play, entertain, especially if you like, you know, grind a lot. But for me, this game can be called like grinder free, or maybe not even the number, like mob grinder. Oh, that will be a different company, they will put mob grinder game, that'll be like the title, mob grinder, you will be playing that, that's, you know, end of story. It's like, this is not Diablo for me. I mean, it's great, the game is cool, it's alright, but it's not Diablo. It's like, I think the people who are like old school players, they used to play Diablo 2, Diablo 1. Even if somebody from the Blizzard developers will listen to what I'm talking right now, they will agree with me. Maybe not officially, but I think they know they done, you know. I think they know like they design really bad, but they don't really wanna, you know, do any changes because they really focus on Diablo 4. And I'm happy they done Diablo 3. I'm really happy they creating Diablo 4. Don't get me wrong. Like, I know it's really hard to, you know, apply everything, to do even, you know, changes. Even if they know they can do the changes, they probably the policy is so, you know, badly developed within the company itself. Like, for example, there will be some guy who doing the source code and he can't just apply everything what he wants because he just have, you know, orders, I can call it. Like, you just have to stick to the plan. And even if they realize like there is no such thing like a solo player experience, they can't, you know, redesign this right now. But hopefully they can. Hopefully that message you understand, guys, what I'm talking about. Also, I just wanna remind one more time, if you agree what I'm talking about, please click like. You don't even have to subscribe to the channel, I don't really bother about you subscribing. What I'm bothered about, just put the comment, honestly guys, put the comment. Maybe even with your thoughts about the single player solo experience, because that's really important. I want to this video to move kind of forward. Maybe somebody, I don't know, will post that on Reddit or something, I don't know. I really wish to somebody from the Blizzard devs will see that, because nobody touched that, you know, subject, and I think that's, for me, the solo player and the casual player's experience is the most experience ever, because that's supposed to be, the game's supposed to be designed in the way it's approachable to everybody. Not just to the people who are spending like crazy amounts of hours like me, and also they're playing within the group. So the game design is bad, and because in the Diablo 2 and Diablo 1 you was able to play by yourself, and then you can snowball after obviously your character is so powerful, you manage to gather the perfect gear. In Diablo 1, in Diablo 2 you'll be able to snowball the game, and in Diablo 3 it's not the case, because just simply I'm just doing 139 now, and why I'm not able to do 115, guys. I'm not saying like highest, you know, spots supposed to be a little bit, you know, challenging. I'm not saying that, but with that, you know, gear and time I put it, I wish to do like, for example, 145, you know, kind of like snowball, and then 146, 7, you know, kind of like a little bit, you know, struggling, and 48, 49 for, you know, 50 hitting the wall, not like 139, 140. So yeah, that's like what I tried to say, and I think I covered everything. If not, well, I'm not gonna do any another video, but if I didn't mention something and you guys have idea about what can be possibly changed, you can, you know, let me know, put some comments in the section below. Like I said, I'm gonna pin that video to the channel itself, and I'm gonna title it, I guess, something like Blizzard 2020 main question, because that's kind of like main question. Are you going to solo player experience in the Diablo 4? You know what I meant, guys. I'm not trying to be rude or anything. I know they're putting like really hard work to be able to create that content, and they're focusing right now on the Diablo 4, but Diablo 3 we're just gonna live like that. But Diablo 4 is supposed to be like main focus for solo players, guys. I mean, like, honestly, guys from Blizzard, if you listen to me right now, just focus on the solo player experience, because Diablo never was about playing within the group, then suddenly change into some, you know, group raiding fiesta. And one more time, I don't mind they doing that, but just separate both worlds. Because the solo player experience, it's not solo player experience in the first place. Like, if somebody playing in the solo leaderboard system and he didn't achieve anything by playing solo, how possibly that person can be on the solo leaderboard system? So I think I covered everything, guys, right now. Thank you very much for the watching. If you agree what I'm talking about, just, you know, hit the like button. It's really important for me because I wish to as many people as much as possible can see that. Also, I wish you guys to put the comments. Honestly, put the comments, so if somebody from, I don't know, Blizzard developers will see that video ever, probably not, they will, you know, understand what's going on, because I think they might not understand. And this is kind of bad. It's like really sad, because if we are going to get Diablo 4, if we're going to get Diablo 4 with the same system designed, I mean, I still will be playing the Diablo, I'm not saying I'm not, but I won't be appreciate that, I won't be really happy about it, because at the end of the day, you know, the casual people and the solo players are the most important part of the society, of the game itself. Even I can play maybe casually later on. Who knows? Like, you don't have a time and then you turn into casual, right? And, well, I'm gonna play, like, for example, 2 hours on Saturday, 2 hours on Sunday, and going nowhere. So that's my point. Like, everybody, doesn't matter, like, how many hours you put. I mean, not trying to say, like, you will be even with the person who put the 500 hours, but just saying everybody is supposed to be, you know, rewarded accordingly to the time you spent. From my solo player experience, my time is not really rewarded, because I spent much more time than the people actually playing within the group. And I'm talking about the professional players. I have the knowledge and the idea to how to actually improve the game, so, well, I'm just gonna leave it to you guys. Like, what do you think? Like I'm saying, you know, right or wrong? One more time, thank you for watching. I think I covered everything. If not, just put the comments below. I hope you like it, and I'll see you next one.
Hit that shit.